Aaron Salter Jr. wore many hats in his life: retired police officer, substitute teacher, but one of his true passions was science. He built a lab in his garage where he spent countless hours working to develop an engine that could run on water.
It's not running off of gas fuel?
No, there's no gas fuel. There's no gas fuel.
Sadly, for all he was in life, the world is learning his story because of the courage he displayed doing his job, protecting his community. Working security at the Tops grocery store, Salter engaged the shooter, who was heavily protected by body armor.
We have evidence that he struck him at least one time, and that unfortunately had no effect.
Not everyone would have made the same choice, to run towards gunfire. And with his experience, 30 years on the Buffalo police force, he had to have guessed the shooter had an assault rifle. Yet Salter tried, ultimately in vain, to save the lives of others.
Aaron was...
All right, so yeah. We are back again, another episode of Overtime over here at the Flight Room TV. I'm Remy Please with Lighthouse, Corey Moe, from our Instagram page, those follows on Instagram. But we talked about the whole Buffalo incident last week. And one little tidbit that we found midweek was the heroic armed security guard that was there was a inventor, innovator of some free energy. Free energy had a hydrogen-based car where he was actually pulling hydrogen for free and powering a car. And he was also showing people how to do it on YouTube. So with that being said, I would like to start this episode 81, talking about free energy suppression. And I don't really see it enough. People talk about it enough. Because it feels like every, once in a while, somebody comes out with these like hydrogen power car, electric power car. We don't need to really plug it up. I've seen people powering stuff off like vegetable oil and shit like that. Magnet power car. And then, you either, play ball, let, big tech companies or government buy a patent from you, or, you either get X'd out. So I want to know if this is like another instant of that, or is it just a coincidence? You feel me?
Yeah, I think finding the guy that's inventing something that's excuse me, that's that monumental. It's a crazy coincidence that would happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the gas prices going up and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like they're going to keep going up. And then you had a guy that was pretty much found a way for you to run your car off water. That's $1 billion invention right there. You know what I'm saying? And then that definitely would be freeing to a lot of people if you if people could drop their cars off water. So I mean,
right,
it's a crazy coincidence. The timing of it is crazy, but I don't know. I can't say that it is. That's exactly what they was trying to do. But if from a conspiracy theorist perspective, that I could see why. If that was the case, they would want to take that man out.
Right. And then also like just the mainstream media point of view of if you look up this guy, Aaron Salter, you're gonna, 9.9999 out of 10 not gonna see this story. You're gonna see, his work history, what I'm saying, his contribution to the community, but you're not gonna see his overall contribution to society with this type of monumental movement. But yeah, man.
You would even think an invention like that, if the man who created that invention got killed, you would think that would be a part of his story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, let's go down the line of similar stuff in the past. A lot of people. Let's play a little bit of his video, because I was digging a little bit because they said that he had his own YouTube page where he was like kind of like breaking down how to do it yourself, like one of those like how-to videos. That's like, pretty much all YouTube is. It's like how-to videos. But let's see. Let's just like a little bit detail.
First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start the engine up on gas first. And I'm going to initiate the agitator, and then we're going to go to the front, and we're going to switch the gas, hydrogen gas on, and the regular fuel off. Okay.
I'm going to pause for a second. Go ahead.
So, all right, I'm just gonna start it.
Motherfucker sound good. Oops.
This was back in 2015.
I think this 2010 for real.
Gas is an
Oh no,
off position,
2015. Yeah.
and it's running on no electrolysis. So it's running on a hydrogen.
So the truck's running on the hydrogen right now.
It's running on hydrogen right now.
Shut the gas.
The gas is in the shut off position right there. Gas in the shut off position. Nobody got to watch. We get time this. Okay. So we're just gonna see how long it. Again, there's no electrolysis.
Okay, now it's not running off of gas fumes.
No, there's no gas fumes. There's no gas fumes.
Okay, so I started I mean, it's been running for a little bit, but I started a timer right now.
Okay.
All right, so yeah. But yeah, and that's a Ford F-150 too, so that's not like no Geo Prism, you know what I'm saying? Some little 4-cylinder jump.
But if that was 10 years ago, or if that was
Mhm.
2015, if that was 7 years ago, then did he make any more
Advancements
on it, or
I don't know.
was
I'm
there
not
any
sure,
more
'cause
talk about it?
I think that was somebody else posted that. So like I'm not sure like any updates. So I'm not too sure. But through the years, we got people like I think Scott Meyer. Where's this guy at? He was probably the first guy that got X'd out. I think it was like in the 80s. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me.
What he did a water joint too?
Water-based joint.
This just makes me ask questions. Now I want to understand how that the combustion engine works now. Like how they, I don't know. They definitely understood the principles, and if they're able to switch it
But
over.
you know that guy like Bob Lazar that's like heavy in like the UFO community. He did like a hydrogen based vehicle, and but his was like they had like the hydrogen tanks hooked up in the back of a Corvette. But like the difference between Salters is he was pulling hydrogen for free, like he didn't have like the
pulling it out the air or something.
He had like some type of converter that was doing it.
H2O, separating the molecules somehow.
So Stanley Meyer in his water power car, and I think this was like back in I want to say the 80s.
Zero carbon emissions.
Well, obviously that'd be a lot more healthier for the atmosphere, just for society in general.
On March 21st, 1998, Meyer was having lunch at a Cracker Barrel with his brother. And after taking a sip of cranberry juice, Meyer clutched his throat and sprang to his feet and ran outside and started vomiting violently. And he muttered his last words, "They poisoned me."
Wow.
Oh, so he had like a little doom buggy.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, 13 miles a gallon. Ford Galaxy. Back in the day. And then this guy.
Well, what do you think would happen if all the gas stations was replaced with, like, I guess like water pump stations, or what would you call them? Like how would that affect the economy though?
Yeah. Will we run out of water eventually? You know
But isn't like everything like predicated
off
off gas?
I mean,
like between like the plastic bottles and airlines, and you know what I'm saying, everything is pretty much based off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. And as it has to be like fresh water, it can't be like salt water or something.
Oh, what y'all talking about?
Free energy, water powered vehicles, hydrogen powered vehicles, just doing away with the whole, fossil fuel movement, and how people that come out with this shit get X'd out.
Wouldn't it be like recycled water, pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that how they'll like transfer the energy?
Don't ask me.
Ask me.
Yeah. Just refilter it. Man, it seems like it's limitless. That seems like an element to everything. I wanted to touch on that.
Yeah.
Like literally.
That's and another thing with like the water one. I feel like the water one wouldn't be sustainable at some point.
Why?
Because, well, I mean, how many fresh water sources do we have in, like,
you can create fresh water.
I mean,
that's what I was saying. Recycle water too.
Like, how would you create water?
What do you mean? You can like do like when you like pitch a tent. You don't ever watch Dual Survivor?
I mean,
you get like the condensation.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I know what you're talking about, the condensation and all that shit. You set overnight or whatever, and you capture it.
Reverse osmosis.
Right.
You ain't see The Martian when he was creating water?
Yeah, literally making plants and all that.
Yeah.
On Mars off of that.
I've seen that. But I mean, how much water do you have to collect? You know what I'm saying? In order to run a vehicle.
I mean, this sounds a better alternative than petrol.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everything is like, depending off the petrol dollar and shit like that. So
right, but that's why I have.
Do you think of like old school money and shit like that? Like water is everywhere. Like you don't have to like dig.
That's what I'm saying. So
land in Texas or
it's already technically like a monopoly on water, like with bottling companies like Coke and all that shit. Buying up land.
And that's also tied into the gas because how they make the plastic bottles.
Yeah. So I feel like, so what I'm saying is I feel like we would be back at square one eventually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All they gotta do is put a restriction on them.
Put a restriction on shit, the government.
Nothing for free.
Yeah. I feel like we would be back at square one.
That's the problem.
And shit, what is it? But you can get a bottle of water now for $1, depending on where you at. Airport, you might pay $3-4 for a bottle of water.
Easy.
I feel like, I feel like
to convert that $1 on $4.50.
Yeah, $6 for a bottle of water.
Exactly.
Ooh, your water bill gonna be sky high, boy.
But that's what they charge for.
That was
the goodness. They're gonna charge double for the goods, the shit that you benefit off of. The natural resources.
Yeah, so that's what I feel like the water one. I feel like that one would probably put us back at square one, but maybe the hydrogen one. I don't know the science behind that one. If because you say he was just basically like pulling it out of the air or whatever. So that one definitely, I think, would be beneficial. But the water joint, I don't know. I think they're gonna hit our heads at the end of the day anyway for some water.
Okay, so here's another dude, Troy Reed, not a water or hydrogen base, but magnetic base car.
All magnets, the big old wooden prototype
Also killed.
has a system.
What?
As
Really?
the motor went over, it had a tension to jerk over like that.
And why is always
If you
like
take
around
this
the way
motor
guys?
here,
It's not like some.
and you
like,
take your
you know what
finger,
I'm saying?
Exactly,
Look
regular.
like guys that drink
rotate it.
Bud Light.
Yep.
it doesn't
Thank you.
have that jerking in it. So what I've done, I got rid of the crankshaft. I've got rid of the injectors, and the system in this motor here, as you crank this motor up, and like you do the other one, the motor will start running, and what I'll do, I'll energize it on this motor here. If you can see these amp gauges over here, this will come when we get it up to about 150 volts. We'll unplug it and we'll turn the light on. If you turn this around where you can see this side here, all the working parts is behind this system here, operates from a little computer. Takes this 5 volts, it's 150 volts. What we're going to do, turn off all the switches. Automatic transmission car.
Let's see that thing.
There's not a whole lot of what you call junk, I would call, is got going up. And the motor sounds like a little sports car.
Sounds like a little train. Yeah.
Shifts, runs good. Fantastic automobile. Drives.
See, that's a little Geo Prism.
If you'll see the amperage on the gauge, see it going down? Amperage goes way down. That's what I like about electric.
That's like my whole issue, man. Like, obviously the shit is out there. Like, how can somebody can't take this, like, seed and just build on top of that? Are we
It's dangerous.
That's how they make money.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
For the power shift, or dangerous for having a magnet in traffic, like, or you know what I'm saying?
It's dangerous for the power shift.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think there's a magnet train in China.
Yeah, the maglev, and that technology is supposed to be now. I even think like maybe
Yeah,
Elon's
that's what I'm
gonna do
saying.
that
What's
shit
up
with
with
the
They've been talking about that shit since like the 90s or
I was
something.
about to, hey, actually, I was about to say they have been talking about that for a minute. That whole magnet train. But
Then when Elon Musk trying to do that in Cali?
Hyperloop shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's using the same technology. But
It was like a New York to LA in like 20
Right.
minutes or some shit, something crazy.
something wild, yeah. But just like that, just hold back on the tech.
Oh yeah.
Hold back on the
But
secrets.
can you imagine getting it from New York to LA in like 20 minutes though?
That's what I'm saying. Look at
Can
that.
your body even handle that
Right, I
speed?
don't think,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
20 minutes, nah. I can see like an hour.
So they already got it.
Here and in Japan,
Probably like an hour or something, hour and a half.
Are you gonna feel that though? Is it?
that propel
Ah.
trains at
It
speeds
don't
up
look
to
like it.
275 miles
I
per
feel
hour.
like you would feel like you would.
Pressure
like
Wondering
on a
how you
boat.
levitate
know
one
how
of
when
these
you're on a
60-ton
boat,
rail
you
cars?
realize you're on the boat.
Mm.
It's almost like
The bottom
weightlessness.
section of the train wraps around a T-shaped track called the guideway.
Yeah, that
A
shit's
set of
wild.
electromagnets lines both sides of the train's undercarriage. An electromagnetic
that makes
field
sense.
generated in the guideway attracts the magnets, lifting the train less than half an inch above the track. A second set of magnets lining the train's sides exerts a lateral force, keeping the vehicle properly aligned.
That's crazy.
Smart. How fast this thing
If
goes.
you're looking for the motor that propels the maglev forward,
70.
don't bother looking anywhere on the train. It's laid out flat along the guideway. A system of magnets, like that used on Magic Mountain's Superman roller coaster.
Okay.
This
So
is,
Disney
for
been
example,
had
another
it.
application of the linear.
Disney been had it.
Yeah, well, so this been out. Yeah, they had how long that ride been
Right.
open for? They been had that joint.
So
But
you
can
don't
you
even
run
really
out of
steer it. So
magnets?
you don't even really steer the joint. It does its own thing because the magnets is what guides it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I guess you just like
You just press the start button.
or
You probably build out the track like in one direction then. Probably a straight shot. I mean, a straight shot, whatever, terrain, all that shit.
Slow down on them curbs.
So, but what if somebody just took like one magnet off that shit? Like, would that fuck up the whole shit?
I don't think so because it's got all them other damn magnets.
Right. Why was I thinking about that when they were showing the little thing? I was like, what if one? Because they said a half an inch. Like, I know that would be some crazy shit if like one of them was off. That's like so precise.
I know.
So there's one African dude in Zimbabwe that recently died during the pandemic, and he had this technology. I don't know why they just showed his face like that. But
I don't know, masked up too with his eyes closed.
He had a power generator that was producing electricity off radio frequencies, like pulling electricity out the air, and it was strong enough to power 300 houses in Zimbabwe.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And they killed him?
Also poisoned.
Wow.
It was basically wireless, the shit, Tesla was talking about, wireless energy.
Yeah, the Tesla coil and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So literally they can pull the frequency out of the air, the environment, and turn that shit into energy. I mean, because it is energy, but they're just turning it into
right. Because energy, energy supposedly never dies. It's just
exactly. That's why I'm about to say it's infinite.
Yeah.
It's ever surrounding. It like never stops. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's so wild.
Right.
I'd love to see that machine.
Yeah.
So there's like that documentary I sent in the thing the other day, the group chat. Like this documentary called Thrive, and it's basically like this guy that was probably like he was like an heir to like some type of American like company, but now like he's like pressed on putting other innovators on for like free energy, and like he has a long list of like people he's working with, and that guy was on his list. But I
seen that like a couple of years ago. That when you sent it in there, when you put it in there, I was like, I looked it up. I was like, okay, I seen this joint. Then I seen they made a number 2. I didn't see the number 2 yet.
But yeah, it's a bunch of people, he work with, and he knows a lot about
You think that's a psyop or whatever? He snatching up the innovators so they can get them.
Oh, and they get X'd out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Possibly. You can't trust anything.
Too early.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that video has been out for like 10 years. I think it said.
Okay.
Been out for like 10 years. They just came out with number 2.
So getting people to show their face and then X them out. Yeah. I don't know. You never could be too careful, man. I think like overall, like you really can't like show your face and do shit like this because gas companies or
it's too much money.
Rocket fuel company is too much money involved. Like I showed my barber this shit, and he said, shit, I do the same thing. A motherfucker can create a magical box, you put over somebody's head and they cut their hair, I fucking take their ass out too.
Exactly.
So like if you fucking up the money, enough motherfuckers gonna come for you. So I don't know. But that's the thing, like I feel like even like with all this like what's that documentary? The whole Above Majestic shit, like the whole secret space program shit. So like, if you believe that, that means like they had technology way back then, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, all that shit. So like all the shit you seeing, what anything that got to do gas, fuel, rocket power, all that bullshit, really is kind of like obsolete and like the whole grand scheme of things as far as like human like progression, because it's like they probably got like anti-gravity type shit, so infinite energy type shit, like, and they just using their leverage of this whole
that's why like cars haven't evolved or anything like that. That's why, you know what I mean, they're still running off gas and shit like that, like they,
to have so many other advances and just still be on the same gas that are the fucking Model T and shit use. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Gas, literally.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. And they'll tease you a little bit with a hybrid shit like that. I'm like, stop. Like, y'all already, man, they're so wild.
And then the whole like I feel like this whole push for these government agencies to like get us on this whole electric vehicle shit, but like they're not really even using it the right way, because like they're still mining for like these lithium batteries and it's still fucking up the earth. Like, what if like taking all them batteries is like making like an unbalance in the shit? You know what I'm saying?
Probably could be, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
we live in like a electromagnetic field pretty much, so like that shit's probably fucking shit up.
And what do they even use those resources for though? Like for real, the lithium.
They use lithium to make batteries, like even in your phone. Like that's why it's like such a delay on like phones and shit, or ordering cars. And now like Apple and shit, they want you to like they're pressed to buy back your phone. Like you get more money for your phone more than any other time in history. So they want to scrape it up, take that lithium, and get you a new phone. Or even like how they saying Apple's having like the subscription service later on.
For what?
For the hardware. Yeah. When I was at the Apple store like a few weeks ago, and I told like the worker there, he was like, "Yeah, have you ever heard you're about to switch to the hardware like subscription?" He's like for phones. He's like, "Nah." And I showed the shit on Forbes. Forbes had that shit on like front page.
Damn.
He's like, "Oh shit."
He wasn't even hip.
Yeah.
I know. I be feeling like them Apple motherfuckers need to be on their shit the most.
They act like it.
Nah, but their stuff is like always like it should be. It's like top tier. You know what I mean? It's a premium.
Right.
Top shelf.
Yeah, it is. It is. Allegedly.
The service.
But they can only let that's exactly how technology is out here. Since like I don't know, because we kind of shot forward early, like in the early 1900s, but now it's like it's just they're letting shit out incrementally.
I must see an
in
ad right
small
here.
doses, and I believe that's just based off the money factor. That like you get a new iPhone, the new iPhone is just gonna have a new, better camera or whatever. Nothing really changing,
right? Like Madden.
Yeah,
yeah. It'll be one feature, but then they'll have one less feature from last year, and then there'll be some new shit.
And then 2K is always like climbing. Madden is like
horizontal line. I know.
2K be
right though.
You can do a new celebration on that joint.
But at the bottom of this shit, they say lithium is dying.
Hmm?
All right, so this article came out in 2011. It says the U.S. already has 2 free energy patents on file.
Who owns them? Is it the government?
They probably, yeah.
The government.
I think they offer you whatever amount of money, and they put the patent on the back burner, like
on lockdown.
Yeah. 1979.
I don't know why they're not taking. I'll take that money. Yeah, I'll take that money. Shit. They got to be offering some type of money.
That device look crazy. Is that the actual device right there?
Or like the schematics of it?
No, the little joint.
Right down here.
Silver shit.
It's probably like an animation of like the drawing.
Can you zoom in on it?
It looks like a hot plate.
It do.
That's how I figure out what it is.
How do I fucking zoom this shit? I don't know. It do though. Now it looks like
But
the
it's
shit that
funny.
be in the center, like Iron Man's chest.
Yeah, it do. But it's funny though because like you be watching all these movies and shit, and it'll be like the villain will have like this, super energy manipulation device and shit, and there'll be some shit that look just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Like,
Dr. Octavius and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, that last Spider-Man was vicious.
Yep.
That joint. Like that was probably one of the best ones. That shit
I gotta watch that series. I ain't seen
that.
it.
Joint was good. That Spider-Man joint was good.
Yeah, so this is the actual patent. Yeah.
Wow.
Dang, what happened to P? All right. Damn, I was gonna try to branch it to what he was want to talk about, but
to the
man who fell from Earth.
Yeah, that's free energy.
Right. All right. So there's one part in there, right? I don't know if you've seen this. I think it was like the second or third episode where the nigga literally put, he put this shit inside like this old rusty oil rig. Yeah. And it started off as like a little cube, and then the cube evolved to like kind of like a tetrahedron. And the tetrahedron evolved to this lotus. And the lotus he put in the fucking old oil rig.
There's some symbols.
A lotus. And then he took that lotus and went to there's like this
England.
Was it England? I thought it was like Seattle.
London. He went to London first. They had to go to the book club, and he showed it to them to their little
tech millionaire.
Yeah, them tech millionaires over there. They was having a meeting, and he was trying to
shit. Yep.
Yeah.
But so this free energy shit also, like, you know what I'm saying, like if they have like these secret space programs like this, I think this would start like this, right? You bring us some science that's out otherworldly and shit like that, and show us a different way, and then suppress it, or use it
pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what the CIA do.
Different way. Yep.
So is that the man who fell from Earth?
This is the man who fell from Earth.
You ain't seen this, right, Marcus?
No, I ain't seen this. But when he fell, like, did he just had that suit on?
Nah.
He's butt ass.
He just
okay. I was just trying to see how they just try to get an idea of the type of movie it is.
But
and that happens like literally in the first couple of seconds where you see him.
So immediately they letting you know, ain't even no mystery.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
But the wildest part is the nigga's a reptilian. But he's employing the help of a black woman and her family, and he's a reptilian.
That's wild. Does he shapeshift, or he look like? Does he actually?
They say he's wearing a skin suit.
Yeah, he's wearing a skin suit.
Okay.
So I don't really know what he looks like up underneath. Even though they kind of show like him back home, and he kind of looked like that. He kind of looked like who he was. But it was like scales and shit like that. So I guess I don't know. And also, like when the guy that they met, that's from his planet, was kind of like European looking.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was interesting that he was white. He's what do they call him, an adept or whatever, and the black dude's supposed to be a drone and do whatever the white dude say. I thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying?
But then he was like, "What have you been doing here this whole time? This nigga has been partying." He forgot about the whole mission because he's here to like save his planet's race. And
so who's the one, the black dude or the white dude?
The black dude was down there to save his race because like now it's getting dire from like whatever planet he's from. And then when he's down there, he partying. Yeah. No. When he's down here, he met a European dude that was from his planet that was already there from his planet. Like he went on like the first mission or whatever previous mission it was. He's like, bro, what you been? He didn't say bro, but he's like, what have you? It is weird like how he talk and stuff, and like he's kind of like learning how to be human, and he's just like so like honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's some funny moments in there.
It's funny, but it's like some of the writing is kind of bad, but it's like it's kind of like spot on of like what I would think from like, you know, a reptilian. I don't know about the whole brother being a reptilian. You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's on HBO, right?
Showtime.
Showtime. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on demand. It's on demand. All them joints is on there for free. Well,
Yeah.
it's only 4 episodes right now, right?
But I think the first 2 is on YouTube. You can watch the whole first 4 episodes on YouTube. I posted in the chat. But yeah, it's dope. It's dope just because I wouldn't expect a lot of the details, and just because I don't know, maybe I'm like privy to it now, but like it's a lot of details that they kind of like check off. They make sure they check off, but it's like everything we watch now, they make sure they check off a whole lot of truth, conspiracy, whatever. What's behind the veil? They make sure they check the shit.
Much, throw a little bit up in there.
It's like they running out of like make believe, or maybe
creativity.
Like this. Yeah, maybe this has been like this the whole time. And
that's what I think. I think it's been like that the whole time. You just probably just because this shit been going on since the beginning of this shit. But I mean, since we talking about series and shit. Ozark,
right?
The finale came out for that joint.
Right.
What y'all think about that shit?
You think it was rushed?
I feel like it was rushed. It was rushed. That's why they had to break it up in 2 parts. They had to break it up.
Yeah, what do you think? You think they could have made it play out better than what they did?
Yeah, and I feel like it could still be at least another season, at least one more season.
I think it could be another season.
I think it'd be a spinoff for real. I think they could probably do a spinoff and get away with it. But I feel like spoiler alert. Log off right now if you don't want to hear this. Log off in 5.
Folks is dying that I didn't think was going to die.
2, 1. If they didn't kill Ruth, I think it could have been an amazing spinoff.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, she was already pretty much the star of the damn show.
Right? Like why kill her?
Because I think that was their way of letting y'all know we ain't doing no more.
Right.
But then again, watch. But what if they did some shit where it was like somebody came and like saved her or something? Like it made it seem like she died and then somebody came and got.
It was no funeral.
You know what I mean? Because it was really it was like it ended that day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't much of a conversation. Right. And then even at the end with Homeboy with the son. You know what I'm saying? Like the very last little scene of the joint. Like he took out the detective.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, "What? Y'all gonna end it right here? Come on, man! I know damn well we need to see." He probably didn't even shoot him.
I was mad as shit though that Camilla was Camilla again. Like she's Camilla in Queen of the South, and now she's Camilla in fucking Ozark. Y'all watch Queen of the South?
I seen a couple episodes.
Yeah,
my cousin
I heard it's real good though.
Yeah, my cousin.
The first like 2.5 seasons are good. The rest.
Who's Camilla? Was that the mama?
Yeah.
How many seasons is that?
The auntie.
Okay. Auntie.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, man. They could have. I don't think they did us justice though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they could do a spinoff because like she's a excellent like villain. Like she's she's like a that big.
I feel like I seen her in something else though.
Queen of the South.
No, not that. I feel like she's been in something else before that.
No.
I don't know.
She's good. I also like her brother too in that show.
The boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good cartel leader.
Yeah, he's a good leader. Diplomatic, strong. Smart. Ain't took no shit.
What'd you think when Marty had to take over for a little bit and shit with the cartel?
That shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah,
that was. But like, do you think having that amount of power will bring that out of you though? You know what I'm saying?
He had to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he told him. He was like, bro, you can't show
you couldn't just drive up out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the part I was confused about, the dude that they put down in the dungeon or whatever, like did Marty set him up? I couldn't really tell, or was he really stealing?
He was stealing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought Marty kind of set him up just to have somebody to kind of be like the sacrifice to show how
And I think he thought he tried to do the hit too, genuinely, but it just came out that I'm stealing. So
yeah, I also think Marty was kind of second guessing, was he right or not?
Yeah,
as far as put him out, yeah.
He's like, fuck it, do what y'all gotta do.
All right, what y'all think about Wendy?
Ooh, she
Wendy
get on.
trash, bro. I
She
didn't.
get
I
on
don't
your
like Wendy,
nerves
bro. Wendy
sometimes. She be like,
trash, yo.
man, Wendy.
The only thing I you know, obviously you gonna I appreciate her ambition and shit, but that woman was soulless, bro.
I
Like
feel for Marty.
she didn't have she didn't have young. She was, you know, like the whole everybody could get it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
I did like that part.
It's almost like necessary though in a dynamic though. It's almost necessary.
Yeah,
like it was sometimes it was like out of her control, especially with the whole like she didn't expect the girl from the pharmaceutical company to kind of fold on her, so that kind of like threw a you know a wild card in there. Like if that shit didn't happen, like Rufin had to die.
Yeah,
because she kind of spilled the beans. She was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, because she said what she said shit. Right? She said
Right.
she was gonna gut that bitch from
right.
her. What she say? I was like, God damn.
Camila.
That girl was like, I believe this. I believe her. You know what?
From her throat to her.
She
cunt.
did it. Yeah, she said, I was like, whoa, like shit.
Yeah.
And then she believed every word. She was like, oh nah, she did it. gave her name up, right? She was like, she's right over there. Like
it didn't take half a second. She right there.
Ooh, all right, so like two points on a conspiracy tip. Like, what was you think of like the importance of the Catholic priest being there?
You say it from a conspiracy perspective?
Yeah, because
I don't know. I don't see it in there. I don't see it. What you mean?
I don't see one because they Mexican, so they like it's a big Catholic country.
Right.
He's trying to.
But he's also in the drug business.
Yeah, the boss, cartel leader, he's trying to be a cartel leader, and then at the end of the day, you know, ask for forgiveness. He got a personal priest, and
but you can't ask for forgiveness every day, bro.
I mean, he Catholic. You know what I'm saying?
That's another question. I want to say that for later too. But
you're gonna ask for forgiveness.
All right, so like I seen this one little documentary / podcast was kind of like detailing like the whole Vatican involvement and like the relation to like the Italian mafia and everything, because that's still Roman Catholic. I mean that is Roman Catholic, Italian mafia, and also like the Godfather kind of detailed it for real, especially the third one. He was literally funding the Vatican, the Catholic Church, and even though the third Godfather is trash, he was kicking back money, and washing the shit to the Vatican. So it could be all a funneling type thing. So
you never know.
Could be.
I mean, Colombia, Medellin cartel, Colombia, Columbus, like it's all the same shit.
Yep, dating back. That's how they wash the money.
Like all this, they got their hands tied and everything.
Hey Phil, what was you about to say about that movie, The Man That Fell? Because we had like a conversation on that while you was out.
I want to get back.
I know you wanted to say something about that.
Nah, when you were talking about like all the energy and shit.
Right there.
Yeah, the quantum energy right there.
Yep.
But still, even how he was using the element of water, like how he was like,
he was like thirsty for that shit,
like obsessed with it, like made it a point, like every.
But that's something like do reptiles like thirst for water like that? I thought they can like do without water for like a long time.
But you know how he mentioned like he had 4 stomachs when they were in the
he did mention that. He did say that
when she came to save him the second time
after he threw up the water.
Yeah,
like shit.
But still, like I was even thinking about like he even said it. I think in like the end of the first episode or something, he was talking about like when the clouds are gone, everything's gone.
Oh yeah, he had like almost like
I thought a Book of Eli.
Yeah, also like that Hopi what do they call it, prophecy?
Hopi
prophecy.
I mean, and just like the concept of like how they were like that bi-channel of like talking,
tornado
like,
joint,
talking toward between the tornado and stuff like that, like that frequency.
Whirling dervish.
Man, I was even thinking about that shit. Like, oh my god, that is crazy. But even how the government is always tied into all this shit and already knew before, captured and what I'm saying, tortured the man. I mean, tortured him and stuff. But like even how the connection between like dream, like that dream sequence, like how that's like how they talk, him and Newt or whatever. I thought that was like, like that's how he like gets the information or whatever. I mean, even through that music though, it was one episode they play like that music.
That was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been the third one or the last one. Yeah, when he was in the office with the boy. Yeah, but that was like straight up frequency too.
Which I think that was when he threw up the gold rings. What the hell was that?
When he pawned them?
Yeah, he pawned the gold rings. But what he threw up racks and gold rings.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I was lost on that one.
Out of nowhere. Like,
I was like, is that supposed to be like Anunnaki type shit where they say?
Could be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even the fact like he knew to pawn like gold, the value.
Mm-hmm.
The value was 25,000.
Exactly.
He put his head in the water. He's like, I would like to buy this.
Yeah, I'm buying it. He knew what it was though. That's what he knew. That cash was for everything, man.
But there you go, Corey. When you're talking about the whole water shit, like there's gonna be a price on that shit.
Yeah,
literally.
He had 100 code for him for that water.
I would like to buy it. Yeah, Mark, you gotta watch this shit, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, at least the film. All right, so P, about Ozark, like how you feel about the finale?
I didn't even get there. That's why I was saying,
I saw another conspiracy aspect about this shit. So we watched Snowfall and all that shit. He working with the CIA. So Marty is definitely working with the FBI, giving up names, setting up other cartels.
Everybody.
How can y'all dare say, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist, SpongeBob face? How can you ever say that shit when this shit is literally in our face? Like how certain people, certain pharmaceutical companies can move freely and sell outside shit. Why do you think we was in Afghanistan? They was scooping up all the fucking poppy seeds and shit and putting that shit in Percocet and hydrocodone and all the shit that be having people dumped up, walking like zombies up and down Glen Burnie and shit like that. So like, how can y'all dare call this shit conspiracy? This is like regular. This is news.
Yeah, and
this is Netflix.
You're right. It is like business.
I mean, that shit is inspiration from something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Fucking probably a Fortune 500 company that the lady was working for. That was probably passed down.
But even like how you talking about the cartels. Remember we had talked about it before, like early on one of these, like those big ass drug busts that be like 500 million pounds import from the imports and shit like that. And somebody's talking.
Right.
That's that Marty joints. He just we just gonna let you have these to let us.
Somebody fucked up the drop.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
so every time that shit happened, a bust happened, somebody gave it away to divert from another ship pulling up.
But port. That shit's been, been happening like literally these last.
I don't know if it's me, but like every time I see like, oh, we caught we found 100 pounds or whatever. I don't never see nobody getting locked up. Nobody names and nothing coming up. It's just we just found found all this bud, all this coke.
Yep.
And a couple of guns but ain't nobody going in.
There's a little weed in there.
Just sprinkle a little crack.
Make it drug related.
Mm-hmm.
But shit like this, 1.3 billion cocaine busts.
Like that's wild.
On a JP Morgan chase.
And I bet ain't nobody from JP Morgan get locked up.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
Own a shit.
You know JP Morgan was financing Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was in one of them Tesla documentaries and movies I seen. Did you see the what was it? It was a movie that just came out like not too long ago though.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, war. The current war.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Current
Oh,
war.
who's he playing? He
He's playing. Is he playing Edison? I think.
Yeah,
One of
Thomas Edison or some shit.
one
Yeah.
of Yeah. And Nikola Tesla has like a little cameo in that joint. He's in there
Yeah,
briefly.
they're connected.
Yeah.
But they was beefing too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
was saying. They were like connected. At the end, they was beefing.
It's
Before he died.
Mediterranean Shipping Company, a Switzerland-based company. Isn't that how people always like clean their money with Swiss bank accounts?
Yeah, that's what they always say.
Wow, there you go, right there. You broke the code. JP Morgan too, just at that.
Right.
It's like how a corporate fucking company owned
and Bahama bank accounts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just be on that.
Two spots, Bahamas and Switzerland.
Come on, man. Ozark done taught us enough. We gotta look for the shit. That's just
Follow the money.
That's just drug laundering 101.
They show you that shit blatantly in your face.
Mm-hmm.
But if you Google, her name is like Catherine Fitz. I'm probably about to fuck it up. It's like Catherine Fitz Olson or something like that. Catherine Fitz, I don't know. Catherine Fitz hyphen something. But she has like this research article or whatever, a periodic. It's called Narco Dollars for Dummies. And she basically break down like how, you know, large shell companies or how much drug industry makes the whole world economy go. Narco Dollars for Dummies. Let's put that shit in like DuckDuckGo and research that shit.
Let me Google this.
Yeah, I need to bookmark it now.
Yeah, it's like Catherine Fitz.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's a book or what?
It's a PDF.
PDF, okay.
I can send it to you after the show if you can't find it.
Narco Dollars for Beginners.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Ozark, the man who fell from Earth.
Hold on, y'all see that part? My man Marty finally got tired of everybody's shit and he beat that man ass in the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like that shit
kind of
was
turned
bound
her
to
on.
happen.
Yeah.
I feel like that shit was bound to happen.
I thought it was gonna fuck after that.
So he was gonna beat somebody ass.
I thought it was gonna fuck right after that.
He
Marty
went straight to jail.
Marty fucked that nigga up.
Hurt his head and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had it in him. But I mean, he just got back from Mexico, so probably the shit rubbed off him.
That's some ghetto ass shit having your kids bail you out. That's some ghetto ass.
Yo, them niggas is wild on the low though, for real. It's so crazy how like the family, like especially Marty's character, like he's so like just nonchalant and like unassuming, but it's like this nigga, like and it's funny because what's the actor's real name?
Jason Bateman.
Jason, he acts like that in every fucking movie, every character he plays. It's like always just this guy that just doesn't seem to take nothing. I don't know. He just seems to just be just like I don't even know the word I'm looking for. It's just nonchalant. But anyway, nonchalant. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But it's just funny though. This nigga like running the cartel. You know what I'm saying? Like by accident, but he doing it and he getting away with it. I'm like a lot of the shit that Marty was pulling on that show. I'm like, how does this nigga get away with this shit? Like for real.
And then even like him, like when Noah kind of like took up that position, and he's like, and Wendy's like all like, you know, separating herself from him and like just all distraught, and he's just like, you know what, I see you know where you're coming from. Just let me know if you need any help. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like on him, like saying like beating down the door, like get the fuck up out of there. He's like, you know, what can I do? Like I put this shit on him almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Noah was like a little delinquent on the low, like you know what I'm saying. This nigga was running numbers, like this motherfucker was, you know what I'm saying.
He was happy to do it. Yeah, happy to do it.
Shot, he shot a motherfucker. He did it all, yeah. Like Noah real, like he was only supposed to be like 15, 16 and shit.
Right. But at least none of them got into like you know the funny business as far as like drugs and you know stuff like that. Pretty much everybody except old girl that you know left the black cat. She got fucked up for a little bit, but she had a little history. Nobody was like strung out.
The
You know what I'm
uncle.
saying?
The uncle wasn't. No, he was just on some weird shit on his lithium pills or whatever. The uncle.
Yeah. But for the most, nobody was like strung out. For it to be like a drug show, nobody was strung out.
Yeah, true.
It was kind of, and it's true though. Like Ruth lost her whole family, young,
right?
And all of them niggas died, young, and then she died at the end. It was like the whole Langmore.
Hey, that was ruthless how they got him at the end too. Though that was ruthless. Cuz just went in that joint, just bop, real quick.
Except 3, that nigga's a grown ass man now. You fuck with the episode where it was like all like Illmatic.
Oh, she was playing. But what that was like that was like the last episode, wasn't it?
Nah, that was the first episode on the second part.
That whole second part, she was like, that was all like just 90s rap, like all just all that shit, just all 90s rap, like that whole. Like, it was like they made you can tell they made a conscious effort to put that in.
Yeah.
Like even the scene right before Ruth got killed was like she was listening. Wasn't she? She was listening to Illmatic, I think, if I'm not mistaken. She was listening to Nas or some shit like that, you know. So.
No, they're not listening to that shit out there in the Ozark.
Nah,
shit, nigga, you can't, man, bro.
What is the Ozark,
nigga?
Classic music is classic music.
And they had their little episode
Ruth out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
There's a Ruth out there somewhere.
Probably. They had their little episode. They was running off all the little songs that they liked back in the day. Sitting on the roof smoking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I remember she named the Blueprint or some shit like that. I remember they was talking about different albums.
She was like a rap historian.
She was a rap. She was.
Yeah.
She was. Ruth was actually the star of that whole series, though. In my opinion, Ruth was the fucking star of that joint. You know what I'm saying? She played the shit out that role, even down to the way she walked. It was like, that is, like, it just felt authentic. It felt authentic, like, there's this some white girl out here that's just like that. Like, I know, like,
she's a good actress. Just because of the Ozark joint. Yeah, it made me watch the other joint, making whatever the lady's name is.
Anna, like some
Anna,
Anna.
Of course,
like
that
joint was but I ain't gonna lie though, but she's Ruth forever to me, bro.
Right.
Like, I can't unsee it. Like she's Ruth. Like I can't unsee that shit.
The end of the first half of the last season when she's like, "You're gonna have to fucking kill me," I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's been like a meme for a minute.
But I'll probably say though, just because we had this conversation, Ozark probably my favorite series. I'll probably out of all them since they started doing series, that's probably my favorite joint. It is.
I just off nostalgia.
I don't know if I can put it over Stranger Things, but I
Sopranos.
do.
Yeah, I'll put that on. Stranger Things is probably my top 5.
Stranger Things about to drop again too.
Yeah, I know next week. It's in my top 5.
I think they waited too long.
Yeah,
they old now.
What's going on, man?
Them niggas is like 25 now.
I read that it was like
they're gonna revisit it like it or something. Probably.
Yeah, the middle of last year they was recording for like 300 days straight or some shit just to try to figure out what direction it was going.
Yeah, I rewatched the first and the second season. That shit was good, man.
It is, man.
It was.
Even like the little details they had in that shit. Because like this gotta deal with this shit because like the whole like the disguise of the whole Montauk area, they disguised it as the Department of Energy.
Yeah. And their connection to Russia, all that stuff.
And she had the whole capability of moving shit like that.
Exactly, teleportation. Yeah.
Even like 3 episodes ago, the whole like blood oath shit. Like when the girl first like pricked her finger and it kind of welcomed the
spirit
Demigorgon shit in or whatever. It was like a blood offering.
Yep.
Even when Will was missing and his little body washed up on shore, and then Hopper found out it was a fake body.
Yeah, that shit was crazy too. Yep.
Shit, man.
And he was in the underworld. That's when he was in the underworld too.
Everything we be talking like movies don't. It's fucking lazy now, bro. It's fucking lazy.
Yeah,
like
y'all you not lying at all. They straight telling you everything. Like they just showing it to you. They just showing it. To you.
Even like I'm skipping ahead, but because I haven't seen Doctor Strange 2 yet, because people said I have to watch WandaVision first. So I just been watched WandaVision the last 2 days. Anybody watch that shit?
Fire.
WandaVision?
Is that a movie or a
fire,
show?
nigga.
I hear
It's
great
like a
things
little
about
mini
that
series.
Miniseries. And the
I ain't
episode's
seen it.
only 30 minutes. So I knocked it
Man,
out.
that shit
2
was
days.
fire.
Bruh, like the whole concept of chaos magic. And we living in this shit right now is chaos magic.
An illusion at that.
Yeah. And
That's
it was
what I'm
living
saying.
in a hexagon.
That's what I mean. And they see like the real perception of shit going on, but then we live in the illusional part. Like we don't know what's really happening and shit. They
Bruh.
always depict that shit. I'm like, man, y'all better wake the fuck up. This shit's crazy. Everything you watch now.
Everything
Like
we watch.
even funny. I went to go see Everything Everywhere at the same time.
Phenomenal.
That
movie.
shit.
Yeah.
Dog, there was moments in
Once
there.
you get past like the cheesy part, like understand it's cheesy and understand like
and I even
watching
feel like even the production of that movie, that's how they're gonna start holding people's attention. Like you gotta have multiple
crazy
things
detail.
going on. Yeah, at the same like just to hold people's attention now. But it
was
is gonna be like,
crazy deep. Even like she's like jumping from lifetime to lifetime. I was like, God damn, look at all these fucking wardrobes and scenes and backgrounds and shit. I was like, God
all
damn.
that you talking about the daughter, but it was even parts in there. I wanted to
With
break
the
down
mom.
and cry. Yeah, didn't even have time to digest the shit. Dog almost said, the rocks. The rocks fucked me up.
Oh
I
yeah.
was fucked up with the rocks. Like every time I say that, people don't see the movie. They be like, "What the fuck is this nigga talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, you got to see the movie." Oh, kill me.
I think because that was like on some mushroom shit.
Bro, yeah, you felt it because you understand
like that calming
how that shit could work. Yeah,
that calming, like when you come down off mushrooms, that calming.
Even when they had mentioned it, she said or he.
Oh shit. P. Are they taking us off? Oh, you. P. Lord, this nigga got frozen. He was talking too much truth.
Might be happening, man.
Well, you can go on our Instagram. You see, Facebook don't fuck with us no more. They say we can't post no more live videos.
Damn, that's some bullshit though. But Facebook probably the strictest out of all them shits though, for real.
But Instagram is Facebook, so it don't really make sense.
Yeah, same shit, yeah. But it really don't make sense. But I think they're aware that certain platforms use, they attract certain crowds. And they might be more strict with certain joints over other ones.
Yeah. He's going in off that everything everywhere all at once.
I ain't seen that shit.
That's like
that's in theaters though, right?
I've seen off my streaming jump.
Site. But that's like a that's not like that ain't some shit just on fucking
could be, I don't know. Could be. All right, let's jump into because our life is like a movie. So another movie. What was that movie with the monkeys?
Planet of the Apes.
Nah, the other one. With Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman movie. Oh, Outbreak.
All right, so if I had that would have been a transition. Monkeypox. What the fuck is this shit?
The new joint.
COVID, the monkeypox.
The SARS is what's that other shit called? Pig flu? Wasn't that what they call that shit? Swine flu.
Bird flu.
Bird flu. SARS. That's the next one. They gotta keep us on that conveyor belt. It's like for those who didn't experience the last one, here's part 7. They gotta make sure we all get a dose of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we all get a dose of it. You have to be conditioned to be a certain way in order for this shit to work.
Monkeypox.
And that's part of like the formula. It's like they pouring that shit in the pot. Like, all right, let's get these niggas some mass shootings. Let's give them some diseases. Give them some police brutality. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? This
You
is
don't,
how
get
they,
a chance to break.
you know, that's how that's how they condition you and they form you into, you know, certain state of being, you know, and then that's how they maintain their power through, you know, like we were talking about last time, was like retarding your spirit. That's what this is all about, you know.
I mean, do you feel like all these tactics work in a place where it's like 100% communist, like North Korea? Do they got to deal with monkeypox? Do they got to deal with COVID? Because I heard they are like 100% unvaccinated, and it's not like a pandemic there.
I mean, I think they probably move differently because if it's through communism, it's almost like I feel like this society is kind of like trying to like mold us, or they trying to like, you
It's
know,
like
make
an
us.
illusion of communism.
Yeah, they're trying to
It's
trick
the
us
hex.
into they're trying to trick us into communism, where I feel like they've already over there, they probably already then, you know, condition their people to be used to that. You know what I'm saying? So they probably don't have to use
But
as
North Korea is
strong.
loud.
I'm saying, but they don't have to use as strong tactics probably for control, if that makes sense. They probably this is all, I don't know. This is all speculation. But I'm saying maybe it's more they use less psyops over there.
No, it's more direct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't have to trick them over
like
there. They have to trick us over here. They don't have to trick them over there.
Well, I don't know. It's probably even like deeper tricks.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
because
man.
I heard like North Korea, like if you watch like them Vice documentaries of like North Korea, like every house has to have a picture of Kim Jong-un, in their house, and they gotta be straight, and you're not allowed to watch. There's like no internet, like there's no Netflix, none of that.
I
shit.
seen some joint that said they not even allowed to watch. They said they don't. They're not allowed to do the K-pop shit or something. They was like saying they don't want no images of like effeminate men. So it's like if niggas, you know what I'm saying, wearing blouses and all that shit, they don't let that shit fly over there. They don't want that shit influencing their society, their population at all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. One of those countries over there, they said they don't allow that K-pop shit. Like,
right.
That sounds like North Korea.
Right.
That might be, but ain't North Korea Korean? Ain't K-pop Korean music? Ain't that?
Yeah,
Korean pop, right?
Korean, yeah. But 100%, like they North Korea hasn't done the whole vaccine shit, and there's no such thing as COVID there. So I don't know. I guess it's
don't nobody go there.
I don't know.
Well,
but okay,
who traveling over there, joint?
You're not allowed to.
Hey, now for real,
Exactly.
you ever heard of
bringing
I
up
went on
COVID
vacation to Korea? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying that.
South Korea, yeah.
South Korea.
Okay, not North though.
Nah, you can't.
South limit.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
You're not allowed. Are they allowed out?
Nah, fuck no.
So I didn't even know that. So they not.
Yeah.
No one's allowed in or out of
like
that.
They said that girl that was in the whole Squid Game shit, like she had to escape to like be in that movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
Over. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta sneak into North Korea. You got to have like a whole travel plan. Like you have to go to like China.
All those movies that came out of South Korea, and there's a lot of movies that came out recently because like even like the whole Parasite shit that won the Best Picture, like they can't watch that in North Korea. Squid Games, they can't watch that in North Korea. Like Train to Busan, like all those like innovative, like groundbreaking movies, they not allowed to watch that shit. Even like, all right, this is some wild shit. Like communist China, right? This is like the originators of TikTok, but like all the shit that we watch on TikTok here, motherfuckers dancing, acting stupid, doing ratchet shit, they can't watch that shit there. Like when they do TikTok over there, they have to do like educational shit, like a shit that betters the society over there. There's none of that goofy,
I respect that shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta fucking like for real. You gotta protect the minds of your people. You know what I'm saying? So
it's none of the foolishness over there.
Yeah, I actually have
like how-to videos, how to, you know what I'm saying, do algebra.
And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that like this world is a competition. Like they just setting they people up to be, better equipped. And while, we over here got, you know what I'm saying, We got chicks fucking bouncing cups off their titties and shit.
We
Their
on joke
girls,
time over here.
their girls is learning math, like arithmetic and all kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a different.
We always on joke time. Always on joke time.
Yeah,
right.
We partying. We having a good time over this joint.
Right.
Them niggas
It's like
over
shit
there
that
fucking
that
getting better.
keep you sleeping. They also have like time limits and shit like that over there. So,
what you mean as far as what like their amount of time they can like have recreation and
time limits on TikTok and shit like that.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So it can't be like a detriment to you.
Yeah,
I respect that shit. I think we should move like that a little bit more. Instead of all this, like, do what you want to do and be what you want to be, it should be some standards out this bitch, nigga. Like, because motherfuckers be wilding, like, you know what I'm saying? And we've had this conversation before. It's like our country, or it's like we're getting like softer and shit, and everybody else is getting like, people who ain't getting caught up in the bullshit. The people outside. It's like outside of the hoopla. They getting stronger every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like, are we about to get set up? You know what I'm saying? It's like I said that shit before. It's like, are we getting set up for the slaughter? Like, we just getting all comfortable and we partying. Everybody is free doing what the fuck they want to do, and other niggas is strict. They being disciplined. They hard working. You know what I'm saying? No complaints, no bitching. Like, you know what I'm saying? We over this joint, like, he called me Jackie. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, come on,
exactly.
Man.
I'm a murder him.
Come on,
all
bro.
type of wild shit. That's just too extreme over here.
Yeah. Huh?
I don't know what they think looking at our shit.
I be thinking that, like, what do the other countries be looking at the U.S. or be looking at us and be like,
that's a good question.
Are we even looked at as like a threat anymore, man?
No, they're probably like, it's a fucking disaster over there. Like, that's what they think. I'm serious, man. You don't even fucking see our president. Our presidential president.
I think that's the biggest joke.
Throughout the years,
as far as like
tenures have been like, pretty substantial, regardless of who's in. I don't even hear from this motherfucker, dog. Like,
when you do, it's like mumble.
It's like we have no principle at school.
You seen the video when it's like he's shaking the Pope hand? He's like, "You're that famous."
I saw that. I think he played it on this joint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Terrible.
Like, what the fuck?
There's no presence. We have no. That's what I'm saying. That's what's alarming to me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here? Just.
So just waiting for us to fall from grace.
Do that make way for like a whole NWO type shit? Because like if our president isn't suitable to carry this nation, maybe we just get swept up into the whole world government shit.
Yeah, I mean that's
it would make sense, and I think even just the people overall kind of not even taking that whole like president like people not taking that shit seriously. It's almost like a joke now. Like people be making fun of the president. I swear when we was kind of
I voted this nigga.
but what I'm saying is like back in the day when we was coming up, like in the 90s when we was kids, probably not. Honestly, now I think about it, you probably didn't really hear people openly slander presidents like that until Obama.
Not at all.
Because even Bush. Like I feel like nobody really fucked with Bush Jr. I feel like nobody really fucked with Bush Jr. But the media always portrayed him as if he was like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you never really saw the.
That's because they ran a big psyop.
You never really saw the media blatantly trashing the president until Obama. Yeah. And then after that, they started fucking with Obama. But because they kind of got away with trashing presidents, then Trump came into office and they just went ham. You know what I'm saying? And now Biden, everybody laughing at him. So it's like. We kind of set a precedent where the people don't even really respect the president. And if you really think about that, that's not a sign of a strong country, bro.
Not at all.
That's not something like it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Like probably since, and I don't even want to say since Obama, probably like later in his tenure throughout, it's been entertainment, man. This nigga Trump was straight up entertainment. Yeah, like it's not like it's not valued. I feel like the position lost. It lost its stamp. Like it lost its sting. It lost its bite for real. Once he got in there,
it's more celebrity.
Obama is, because he turned it into celebrity. There's
he
like
kinda
so many
was,
black people
yeah.
that was fucking with him. Like, man, he was everywhere. He swagged out, charismatic.
Out with the rappers,
man,
with
like, come on.
Beyonce and them, Jay-Z and shit.
That's why I say it turned into like more entertaining than like. I mean, he still did his
and Trump kind of came in and did the same shit for real.
He did though.
Trump came in because I don't from what I remember, because I was younger, but I don't remember Bush Jr. like just kicking it with celebrities and shit. Like, am I tripping?
Yeah, he had the Daisy Chicks, the Dixie Chicks. He had the Dixie Chicks up at the White House.
I mean, of course, they always gonna have entertainers and shit, but you know what I'm saying? It was like it almost seemed like Jay-Z. It seemed like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all them, and then Obama. The Obamas be like chilling. Like it's like
Hillary
like
too.
that.
Remember, the Beyonce and Jay-Z did the whole benefit
Hillary
concert
shit,
for Hillary.
Sure did. But even back, like you were saying, when Bush Jr. was
Illuminati.
in, rappers had Trump in their verses though. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah, before he even ran. Yeah,
we already knew that.
Yeah, crazy.
Bill Gates too, just because he was a symbol of like wealth. That's it.
Well, but it's so funny though, because from what I remember, I only knew about Trump because of fucking rappers. You know,
literally,
like, that's how I knew who he was. I never would have known who the fuck Donald Trump was.
Was that all the like Mike Tyson fights?
That song, that Nelly first joint, he was like, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in. I think that was the first time I was like, Donald Trump, who is this nigga? Because I remember hearing Bill Gates. I always thought Bill Gates was like the richest nigga on earth.
Yeah,
so then when Nelly said Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in, I was like, oh, so this must be another super rich white dude. Yeah. So I started. That's what you know.
You ain't never seen this show?
Who? Bill Gates?
Donald Trump.
Oh
yeah. Apprentice.
Yeah, I used to watch.
Yeah, I'm talking about that Nelly shit came out way
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
that
that
Nelly
was
shit
before
came out in like 99 or something.
And then Mac Miller had the whole song. I'm on my Donald Trump shit.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of references.
And then I think it wasn't he on like the Fresh Prince or one of them joints. He was on some black sitcom at some point. I think he made like a cameo or something. I want to say it was like the Fresh Prince. He made a random cameo on that joint.
It was on Home Alone. I know that.
Oh, he was on Home Alone?
Yeah.
Second one, right?
Yeah, second one in New York.
New York. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta look at that again. I forgot about that shit.
When he went to that big ass toy store.
Aiden was watching that shit every day. Yep, he was definitely watching.
Yeah.
But so do y'all think that's a problem that our presidents are like celebrities? But then but at the same time, I know
it's
Putin
supposed
is
to be really
celebrity. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, Putin, that nigga a whole celebrity where he fucking from.
Yeah.
And same thing with the North Korean dude. Same thing.
Yeah, because I mean it's a popularity contest at the end of the day when you're running for president.
I mean it is,
but that's what I'm saying.
Bro, you gotta watch this documentary called "I Can't Get You Out of My Head," and they talk about like all like leaders in the world, where like and like all this propaganda, and talk about like how like back in like old communist China, like Mao and shit like that, how he started, and how his wife, man, bro, how his wife was like was trying to get in like cinema and all that shit, and then crossed over. Like everything is a popularity contest.
It is though.
Trying to get into what? Cinema.
Like, probably acting.
Shit, I mean, now you right though.
Terrible
even,
actress.
Reagan was a fucking actor, so I just let you know right there. You know what I'm saying?
I see that, man. I see it all. So even with like these
artists, Schwarzenegger is the governor of California, or was a good governor of California.
Kamala Harris was running around with fucking Montel Williams, and this nigga's the entertainment.
Wow, man.
Mm-hmm.
Where she been at?
Well, that's a good thing that they get 4 years, and then we see if you fit the script. We could do it again, and then after that, it's over.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I know he right though, but it's funny though because I kind of feel like everybody got on the same page a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody can kind of see the representation ain't that strong right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I think everybody can kind of see that.
Right now is when they're making their push for these campaigns. This is when it starts up. Like,
but during these like big tragic
events, exactly it all happens. It's like clockwork, bro.
Yeah, COVID event. Right now, that's where they separate themselves.
It's going to be the gun law shit and the abortion shit. That's going to be like,
but it's always that same shit. Yeah. The abortion topic has been a topic since like the 80s,
forever. Yeah,
gun control has been a topic since forever. Since Columbine, I think that's when the gun control shit started. You know,
look at this wild.
It started with Black Panthers.
Look at this.
So there you go.
School shows, mind-blowing kids, bro.
Read it, nigga.
The 70s. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm looking at this history of school shootings. Mind-blowing kids brought guns to school until the 70s.
But
only 3 school mass shootings between 1903 and 19. Damn, what happened?
3
didn't take off until the 90s.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So this can be looked at multiple ways, but I will say this, right? All right, so let's say back in the day, they didn't have as much access to like we have so much. We got TV, we got fucking internet, we got video games. There's so much media that projects violence. You know what I'm saying? Where back in the day, I don't think people had that many worries because the suggestion of violence wasn't like so present. You know, but we got music, we got movies, we got video games, we got all this shit. So it's like, you know, in the 90s going forward, I could see, like, I'm saying from like a non-conspiracy perspective, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see why maybe the drastic levels of violence would grow because, you know, niggas playing fucking Call of Duty, playing Grand Theft Auto, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we've all done mass killings in fucking Grand Theft Auto. Let's be fucking real. Like, we've all, like, nigga, I definitely was running down the street to shoot innocent fucking people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
especially if you did my ride. If you did my ride,
for sure. That's what I'm saying. But that's the point I'm trying to say. Like, come on, man. Like that shit does influence people.
Yeah, but it's like I definitely agree with that. But I'm like,
but at the same time, though,
differentiate between a video game and.
But they wasn't that far removed from like the Wild Wild West though. So like it was like somebody step on your shoe or. You know, they want your girl or whatever. It was on in the middle of the street. It was on in the middle of the street.
But the thing with the Wild Wild West is that was supposed to be like a lawless time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be like, but we're talking about like when there was like order, like niggas, you know, got it together. You know what I'm saying? We talking
there
about
was
like,
an actual police department.
Turn of the century type shit where like when the suburbs started to develop and you know what I'm saying? We started having communities and sections and shit. I think that probably that time period. Yeah, I know what you're saying though, but I think that's probably, you know, 1903 to 1966. That sounded like the time where, you know, the suburbs started being developed pretty much.
True.
You know?
Yeah. Roadways, infrastructure.
Because that was a new mindset of like life. You know, you got your suburbs, you got your family, like picket fence.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's when that whole mindset kind of developed because before that, it was, I think that, I mean, obviously we wasn't living back then, but I'm sure that shit was like nigga worked from sun up to sundown. Like that was the mindset.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like suburbs, dad go to the office job, dad do your job, come home. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit kind of it changed, but yeah.
And also, it wasn't like an outside influence because mom was home and
exactly. And then it is you're in the, like I said, no TV. There wasn't no MTV. There was no Spring Break. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no.
Now I have another question because I thought about this the other day. Was it easier back then to influence the masses, or was it easier now to influence the masses? Because back then everybody was listening to one radio show, maybe
that's
3 TV channels. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's
and
not
it
like this big wide range of TV channels. Not a big wide range.
That's a good question.
It's the same.
I think
it's the same.
That's a good question.
Didn't have the numbers though.
It's the same.
I think now it's more of an influence, man. You have way more of an influence.
I say it's the same because
everybody's sitting down listening to Jimmy Carson and it's one, you know, it's one show. It's one, you know, watching Matlock. You watching, I don't know, you watching Dick Van Dyke or some shit.
I agree.
It's one show, like everybody.
And that's true though, because if you really look back in the day, like black people, white people, they all watch the same fucking shows.
Right.
Like they all watch MASH. They all watch, you know what I'm saying? Like they all watch the same shit. Yeah. Because that's all that they didn't have as many options as we had.
Was it easier to brainwash? I think it is because you're just looking at you like your grandparents or whatever, and they just all got that one way of thinking. So
everybody had one. It's funny though because if you look at the generations before us, they all kind of think all the same. Like there's really there's not too much nuance in the way they think.
Right.
If you really think about that shit.
Very stubborn.
But if you meet people that's like our age and younger, everybody's fucking different. Everybody got a whole different outlook on the world.
But that's kind of like a danger in itself too, because like
it is
so
it creates more separation. Creates more separation. That familiarity is kind of what brings.
I feel like that's by design though.
It is by design, and we.
That's why I say it's the same.
These motherfucking phones, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, that's what's doing that shit. It really is. It's these goddamn phones because everybody is getting their influence in different directions every fucking day. You take the phones away, you take the all for real. All they had back in the day was the Bible, nigga. That's all they had. You know,
real talk. The Bible,
and that's how they moved. And then they moved off.
And that was the only.
That
like,
was it.
I mean, that was the mass produced.
But everybody was on that same.
Everybody was on the same page, so you actually had structure. You had like a real society. You had a real community. You had less crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
y'all brainwashed.
And I'm saying now everybody is on the same thing. They just polar opposites, depending on what you want to listen to. Depending on what you choose to subscribe to. And honestly, it might be. I'm saying it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing.
Ain't it fucked up though? Like where we at on the timeline?
Yeah,
as far as what?
Like we should be
so like, you know, grandparents, great grandparents, great great grandparents, right? They on this timeline where, you know, they felt the brunt of like the pain of you know, if it's like slavery, civil rights, all that shit, and then now we gotta experience the effects of, you know, that shit. It's like we always got,
you know what,
the trauma.
We always got to point to it, but like it affects us because it affected them. So like where we at on the timeline, where are we going to be at on the timeline like 20 years from now?
But look, right. So this is something I was thinking about, kind of, and it's related to what you were saying. Like, so you know, let's say post-slavery up until let's say like the 60s, right? Like, so during that time period, yes, we may have been attacked by the Ku Klux Klan, this, that, and the third, but like black communities was together. They were structured. It was families, strong. So during that time, I think like even that's why they pushed that white suppression shit, because during that same era, black people was the strongest. That's why they probably had to go the hardest at us during that time period. You see what I'm saying? We was doing all the right things during those days. So it's like they put the focus on, it's like post-slavery to the 60s. We're going to want y'all to focus on these white people putting hoses on y'all. We want y'all to focus on all this white oppression, not knowing that at that same fucking time, that's when y'all was at the top of y'all game. You know what I'm saying? And I think they kind of like distract us from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because if we don't look back, because the thing is, we could look back at that time period and we can be like, okay, that's how we supposed to move. I'm talking about outside of the white man. I'm just talking about black community, black people, function, like functionality. Like we could look back at that era and be like, okay, that's how we supposed to move. Yeah, because we don't even look at that because we so focused on those videos when they showed us getting dogs sick on us and getting hosed down. So we're being distracted. You know what I'm saying? Because I did back in the day, the divorce rate was way lower. The out of wedlock children, single motherness, all that shit almost didn't exist back then. You know what I'm saying? Now that shit is normalized. You know what I'm saying? It's everyday shit. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's something that we should look at, man. I think they was on to something back then, and it's something somehow something changed.
That's when Black Wall Street was happening.
Exactly, and I think there's nothing strong that what the foundation of society is families. You know, you cannot, dismiss that or ignore that. You can't. There's no way you can look at it. All the foundation of all society is families. If you have weak families, you're gonna have a weak fucking society, bro. So that's how I see shit.
Church,
you know.
That's true. And the family rate, man. Oh, that's just crazy these days too.
And that all that be who you want to do, and all that be who you want to do, be what you want to be. All that's doing is breeding selfishness and and narcissism. You make it all about yourself.
Money.
But that's what I'm saying, because when you don't consider other people and you make the world about yourself, that's what creates chaos. It's like you're becoming your own God. It's like I'm my own God. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? When you're not considering the community, you're not considering everybody else, and that's what creates chaos. If you knew that my actions is going to affect those next to me, you would be more responsible. You would make better decisions. But because it's YOLO, niggas be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up. You know, that's what it is.
Chaos magic. But that's what I was saying, man. All right, so where are we in the timeline? Are we a bridge? Are we at the end of it?
The timeline, as far as like what we mean, like
All right, how I like to categorize it. Where are we in the Illuminati timeline? Because
Illuminati timeline. Okay, now that's more specific. That's more specific.
because it's a spell for real, right? It's like a stronghold on like thought and all that shit. So like back then, I mean, they had the brunt of the trauma, and then civil rights is like that's part of the trauma. Then like 80s is part of like the mind control and all that shit, and right now it's part of the mind control and a little bit of awakening. So like, where are we at in the Illuminati timeline?
I don't know, because the way I kind of look at that shit, I feel like, when we be talking about New World Order, I think that's even like a psyop within that, because it's making us think like, oh, it's going to be this one big grand event, and then we're all going to be slaves and all that shit, right? So what I'm saying is like, all right, so
but the slaves can't know they slaves.
Nigga. It's just it's a big ass hamster wheel. Like there's no end to this. We're just supposed to be constantly just getting tricked and staying on a conveyor belt, because that's what that conveyor belt is, or not that conveyor belt, that hamster wheel is what, that's what keeps them in power. It's like, as long as these niggas is running in place, we'll always stay in power. So they got to keep hitting us with the same shit every 4 years, every 5, every 10, every 15. You know what I'm saying? Just to mold us.
I think that's what the New World Order is, though. It's us conforming to this shit and not even realizing we do it. Just like now, how like they integrate, how like they're integrating a form of cryptocurrency for things. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna like force that on us. They're gonna like force changes on us to where we don't even have a choice, and we're gonna like normalize that shit, not even question it or anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that is like when the New World Order like happens. Just like we talk about like
vaccine.
Oh, I mean that was the push right there. That was just I feel like that was the test, just to see who would if it was pushback or anything. Yeah, and then from there they created the storyline. But regardless, I feel like we're already kind of in that process. They integrate that shit, and they even mentioned it too on that show. He talking about 2030 shit started.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard a lot of theories.
Yeah, like references and shit. I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. And he was talking about like weather related type shit, like,
resources, sun flares, like all type shit.
Even that, yeah, that's why I'm like, oh my god, that's like 10 years, like not less than 10 years,
less than 10 years,
less than 10. That's what I'm like.
And I heard it before then, like hearing it there, I was like, fuck.
Me too. Man, look at it right now. Gas is going crazy. Like, and this is not even anything that has to do with our shit. Like, this isn't even like, man, it just snowed in Colorado this week, man, like a few days ago. That's what I'm saying. End of May. That's just wild. Like, so I know weather is for real.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What is supposed to be disappearing? So
I think the whole like World Economic Forum and like the whole Klaus Schwab shit is definitely that whole New World Order shit. And how you saying, like, we showed a video like 4 weeks ago where he's saying like, I'm glad we infiltrated all these government cabinets and have these new young world leaders. You know what I'm saying? All these, Trudeau's and AOC. You know what I'm saying? These young motherfuckers that's like, these are the loudest motherfuckers on Twitter too. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like, every time it's a tragedy, I don't just pay attention to the responses, because the responses be so calculated and ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like a script. So don't like, I mean, you can feel for like, lives lost and shit like that, but like pay attention to the responses, because usually that's just not authentic.
Exactly. It's all business, especially with that shit too. It's attention.
All political.
Yeah, it's attention.
But that shit is sick in itself.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, how you fucking stand on, like,
that's stealing energy.
It's all a game, man.
That's a whole
people be using these situations as opportunities to.
And I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm just saying, like, why do y'all use opportunities to use your platform as celebrities, whether it be fucking, I'm gonna use his fucking name again, Jamil Hill. you fucking riding the shit. You always use your fucking celebrity to talk about fucking like issues like this. Like, bro, like there's other shit to talk about. I seen Steve Kerr like crying and shit. Like, why do y'all use your celebrity to talk about this shit? There's other shit to talk about.
Yeah, I did.
Why don't y'all talk about shit in Chicago? Why don't y'all talk about shit? You know what I mean? Kids starving in elementary schools. Why don't y'all talk about other shit? Like, why do y'all always like feel so compelled to use your celebrity to talk about this shit?
Play to the scripted shit. Popular,
it sound like a script every time. Like I can't be
the
only motherfucker to see.
And they all on code. It's like they all on code. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
And it's right on time.
Because the thing is like tragedy and fucked up shit be happening everywhere, every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's certain consistencies in certain areas where it be fucked up shit happening all the time, and you don't be seeing the call for help every day. You don't be seeing all the celebrities saying we need to do something about, you know, all the people who are losing their lives in whatever fucking major city, fill in the blank, all across America. We'll just ignore those, and we only focus on the ones that become mainstream stories. And then we'll all be empathetic every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? We'll, you know, all act like, you know, give our opinion, this, that, and the third, but it's like, okay, but there's fucked up shit that be happening. It's like the Chicago Bulls. No one talks about what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like the you know, the New Orleans, whatever, the LA this. Like, you know, no one talks about what happens in these cities, and these people will be working these, you know what I'm saying, playing in these cities. It's never a topic of conversation. You know,
y'all full of shit, man.
And it's like if all lives matter, if everyone is equal, if we are all supposed to be equal, right? We're all supposed to be equal. It's like, all right, then why are we, you know, only focusing on sensationalized stories?
Yeah, I mean that's what it is now too.
Because like I said, the fucked up things happen everywhere, but then there's certain shit that's like fucked up all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one talks about that. There's actually like a whole industry that's making billions of dollars off that same shit. You know what I'm saying? And we'll ignore that.
And they ignore certain parts of the story. It's like gun control. That shit will happen regardless.
That's about to be the focus, like on everything.
People can get guns legally
or illegally. Don't matter.
That's not the issue.
But I feel like what's the agenda behind that? I was even thinking about that, like, damn, going to kids and shit. Like, what's the push? Like, they run out of time on some shit getting crazy.
I don't even know. I just know like the responses don't like equal to like it's not sincere almost.
It's just like, yeah, I know.
But like honestly,
like really happened.
Honestly though, like what would be the solution?
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
What would be the solution as of right now? Like, you know, to like if you want to eradicate the whole gun problem in America, what would be the solution? Realistically.
They were talking about background checks and shit. I'm like, that still ain't.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
background checks. Cool. All right, but like I'm looking like a little deeper in this shit.
But it's like, a lot of illegal guns out here, so I don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like that's not going to just fix it.
But in this case right here, they talking about like the dude had anybody. All right, under a new Texan law passed in September, this past September, those aged 18 to 21 can buy guns if they had a protective order because they were at risk of family violence, stalking, prostitution, or sex trafficking. So what was the backstory?
Wow.
What was the backstory?
So that's a new law that just passed in Texas or whatever?
In September. That's why he was able to buy the shit. What's the backstory?
Yeah.
We don't have a backstory.
Good question. Family violence, stalking,
and he bought 2 AR-15s. Where's a 18-year-old that was being bullied for being poor by 2 AR-15s? That's probably going for like $1,800 a pop.
Yeah, something stupid. Yep.
Yeah.
Shit don't make sense, bro. So, y'all can't tell me like this shit makes sense. It don't make sense.
No.
But I do have one solution though, as far as
all right, let me know because I just want to.
No. This might play into it too, but this is more so for black people getting killed and shot by cops and all that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
black folks start getting insurance policies, life insurance policies, I guarantee you that cops they're going once these insurance companies have to start paying out all this money, I guarantee these insurance companies gonna get up in I don't care whatever police department asks or whatever. I guarantee once they have to keep paying out all this money since it's somebody black or whatever
on a corporate level.
Yeah, on a corporate level, they're not playing. They're not planning on spending out
So
on a 20. We got to spend money on a 20-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
On an 18-year-old, this motherfucker's supposed to have at least 60 more, 70 more years on his goddamn. We got to pay this shit, and we got to deal with this shit. Shit, what was it last? I don't know when they was doing all the marching and shit. It was like it was somebody getting murked every week or some shit.
For real. Like corporate motherfuckers will make a push on like lawmakers.
Yeah.
Yep. Quick.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Cigarettes, alcohol,
all kinds of shit. Whatever you want. Like whatever they feel like.
You might be onto something. You might be onto something.
Yep. Nah, you're actually right as fuck. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
All right, but what about the overall, gun control in this country? Because it's a apparent problem, and like people are saying, like just eliminate.
That's
guns.
another one. Insurance.
How you going? Because I've seen a statistic.
Make a gun owner get insurance. Make a gun owner.
So every time he use it, he got to pay money out, or the family got to pay money out.
If he kills somebody,
what he's spending right now.
Oh yeah,
he's spending.
Isn't that like how the cops do? Like they keep a
settlement
bullets and shit.
Yeah. So you in debt every time you fucking use that weapon.
Pretty much. Yeah. Hey, that probably could. I don't know. That probably could.
Right.
That definitely will keep you conscious on shooting that motherfucker.
Because I keep seeing people online. It's like all these irrational shit. Just take all guns away. Like how you gonna take? Like who's gonna take those guns away?
There's nobody doing that. Yeah,
I seen it's like 50 million more guns than people in the United States.
Makes no sense. Ooh, another
that felt like to me like I'm not doing my job. If it's 50 million guns, I need a couple more.
Yeah.
Right. So another one. So because the doctors have to have insurance or whatever for like malpractice and shit. So not make the police get fucking insurance or whatever for shooting motherfuckers too.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be like a double-edged sword. It's gonna shut a lot of shit down.
Because doesn't the insurance land on the department right now? Then it will land on the individual, huh? Instead of because like aren't they represented in court by like their department and shit like that when they kill somebody?
Yeah, the order fraternal order, police and all that shit.
That's what I'm saying. If they started bringing out insurance like individually on motherfuckers, trust me,
boy,
they wouldn't be doing shit. Ain't nobody trying to do all that paperwork.
They say crime gonna go up fucking with me. Crime going up fucking with me. Police ain't doing nothing.
Shit. Yeah.
But I think you just like totally like eradicate guns because like that don't make sense.
No way.
Like there's always gonna be somebody next door that got one. The police has always got one, and they like probably the most invasive motherfucker. So
and a criminal is a criminal at the end of the day. If they want to have a gun, they're gonna get a gun.
Yeah, but my fear is if as long as police got guns, I need to have a gun because that's that's the government, and that's like that's our checks and balance.
And not even that. Like I said, a criminal, if he wants a gun, he gonna get a gun. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be the most thing.
You could do the same mayhem with a car.
Right.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can do the same mayhem with a lighter and some kerosene and whatever. A pressure cooker or whatever they use. Like you do the same shit.
So yeah, like the insurance might be the devil at the end of the day. The devil in the details. Yeah. Because that's some shit that everybody got to pay for and you don't want. You don't want to use. Exactly. It's some shit you got to pay for and don't want to use. So that might be the devil in the details.
Every time somebody registers for your shit, you gotta have some type of liability insurance, just like your car. I'm with you.
That actually makes sense though.
I'm with you.
I bet you that cut down 50% first.
Your family, whoever issued the shit, because if they haven't done their checks and balances of issuing said gun or license, They need to be held accountable too, and that will make them more diligent of handing out, guns. So
yeah. And that'll make you like more certified when you get your whole, license to hand out guns, etc.
Any and everybody that deal with the sale of or that purchase of that gun need to have insurance. The seller, the buyer, everybody.
Yeah.
And also, like this all these like loopholes, man. Like it's a clear loophole, especially with the whole what's that guy? The Buffalo shit. Like,
oh well, boy.
Yeah, it was like a loophole. Like it's always like some type of loophole, and it's always like those states where it happens. So, you know what I'm saying?
Them gun show type loopholes or whatever.
Yeah, gunshot or this one, Texas is
like the 18 to 21-year-old shit that happened. Like that shit. That's
right. 18 to 21. If you had a protective order, but don't you got to go to court to get a protective order?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know like what? Yeah, what was his?
What was it? What was it? So pull that back up. So he wasn't. So I don't understand the significance of this. So what happened? The school shooter who originates from North Dakota and had
it's that second paragraph right there.
Under a new Texan law passed in September, those aged 18 through 21 could buy guns if they had a protective order, like a restraining order, because they were at risk of family violence, stalking, prostitution, or sex trafficking. Is it the later two?
Hold on. I'm confused. Hold on.
Is it the later two though?
That paragraph doesn't make any sense to me because I thought Texas was a free carry state. You can carry guns whenever. So
18 through 21?
18 to 21. That's what I'm saying. So it's 8. You can't be 18 to 21 to carry a gun, or you can't be 18 to 21 to buy a gun. That does
buy.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It says buy.
Yeah, it says buy. That doesn't make sense. So what is the age that you can? So you have to be 22 to purchase a gun in Texas.
Maybe basically. 21. Maybe 21.
They probably have a different law.
I know it's 21 here.
Yep.
Hold on. A gun or a long gun? A handgun or a long gun?
I also think I saw something like all you have to do is pass a background check out that motherfucker now, and you can get a gun.
I don't know. I want to.
Daily Beast. I don't know. This is a half-ass article. I don't know.
No, I believe that.
I need some more. Because 18. Because come on, everybody in here know Texas. Yeah.
But this is why shit happens here.
But registered, ain't everybody registered on that motherfucker. Especially for what?
But the whole loophole of him having a protective order, like what was the background, like, and especially the whole family violence, prostitution, sex. So was he being procured?
Some family shit because he wasn't sex trafficking or prostituting. Scratch those two out.
I mean, why scratch it out?
You know what?
Why scratch it out?
They're weird out here, huh?
Do you see his pictures?
Yeah, he did look weird. He kind of looked like Michael Jackson for a second.
I was about to say that. He looked like now he looked like Crow.
Yeah,
Crow.
Yep. Man, that's crazy.
Don't he look like
Brandon Lee? Yep.
Korean Mexican brand.
Yo, that's some weird shit though.
You do look like
Crow. And you poor and you got like a whole iPhone 13, right? That looks like 13.
All right, Brian fucking knew.
He said he's still paying on it.
And you got money to buy 2 AR-15s, bro. Like I had,
cash.
I had to dig deep in my pockets to get my Glock.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Cash.
And he's working at Wendy's.
I know.
That shit don't make sense.
Oh, he was stacking them checks. He still did it at home. Mom.
Man, ain't no check from Wendy's.
He's stacking them checks. He said they're taking all that.
That's like at least like $3,500. That's $3,500. Easy.
Man, that's $200 a week. $250. Something stupid.
And then a lot of people are not talking about like how
that was the joints. Okay.
Yeah, this pictures he posts how it was like a car chase prior to this shit, and he crashed his pickup truck, and then he jumped out.
Oh,
and
word?
And he had his own truck.
Ran to the school. He probably
He
took
got
it from
money.
somebody. He could have took it from somebody. Yeah. But I'm saying it was a police chase before that because he killed his grandmother. Then had a police chase.
Wow.
Then
And
went to
yeah,
the
that was
school.
crazy too. When I read that, so I was like, he killed his grandmother. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Hold on, because this story does not add up. Like, and first off, hold on. Where is this coming from? That he was bullied because of the clothes that he wore and shit or whatever. And but my question is, where is it coming from? Did he leave like a manifesto or something?
Kids at his school.
Kids at the school just said
He's like 1 year removed from his senior year.
Oh, shit.
So okay, so all right, but so that's null and void. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't know why they putting that in there. Like that's the reason why he went and shot up that shit. It's like smoke and mirrors. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it's some Manchurian candidate shit or whatever, but that information is not needed because it doesn't make any sense to say that he was bullied or whatever. So I'm bullied, so I'm gonna go shoot my motherfucking grandmother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go down to this elementary school. I don't know none of these little kids, and I'm gonna shoot these little kids.
Yep.
So it's like the story doesn't really add up.
Right.
It don't add up. It's not making sense of what they putting out here anyway.
The whole car crash before then, though. So you jumped out of a car crash and then jumped into a school and then set it off, and then they got you. And then there was a border patrol officer that actually took him out, not the police that was outside chasing him.
What the fuck? A border patrol police officer was at the school?
I'm just reading.
For what?
I'm just reading the highlights.
Border patrol. That's what school? Oh man, yeah, it don't make no sense.
Inconsistencies.
Why the fuck was a border patrol?
Unless
they had a child at that school.
It's Texas.
I mean, I guess it's. I understand it's Texas, but
Texas is big as fuck though, and I think San Antonio is like central north, like almost.
Yeah, it's nowhere near the border. It's nowhere near the border. But okay. We had a border patrol agent in the middle of Texas.
Don't his face look like one of them like faces where they kind of like regenerate?
Yeah, man. Like
it look weird.
Yeah, like
it look weird.
Like like when it like people missing for a long time and they kind of like regenerate.
And hold on, and how did they get this picture? This looks like a fucking
mugshot, right?
Mugshot, but they killed them.
Exactly. It does look like
what the fuck is going on?
A perfect mugshot.
Hold on, man.
Like this shit just happened.
I literally I had thought they had locked him up until I had read it like a day or so ago. Cause I had seen that picture. I was like, oh, they got this motherfucker. No, they killed this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? What picture? Was he already locked up?
Like that.
They got priors. Did he get locked up before? Right before
this? They don't detail that.
He took that shit in the holding room for real.
But his face, like his nose and his mouth, look like one of them pictures that looks like, this child's been missing since 4 years old, and they try to do like a little reimagination of, this is what they look like at 16, 18. You know what I'm saying? It looked like those type pictures.
Yeah, because look at the top, it's all smooth, and his chin is like the only part that got like wrinkles and shit. Yeah. The top
with a lace front.
Nice, smooth, regenerated. Yeah.
That's
hair off
the lace front.
Yeah.
And then his chin is the only thing fucked up. Yeah, right.
Is that blanket?
They ain't finished that edit. They ain't get all them blemishes.
All right, let's get off that shit. I don't really like talking about shit like this.
Y'all let blanket shoot up the shit.
Oh no, you did not.
God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he didn't do all that.
Y'all ain't shit.
Monkeypox. How was
what the fuck is monkeypox, man? I just heard about this shit like last week. I'm like, what?
How was assimilation? What do you call it? Like one of those games that they had, like how The Rona was a simulated game and like 2019 Event 201, that type of shit.
What?
So I think this is gonna happen.
No, it's already happening.
What you mean? Hold on. What are you talking about? Because I heard it was the Biden or somebody says it's something about some monkeypox.
Yeah, it's like in Europe now, and it came from Africa.
Outbreak of 03. So they had that shit in 03.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
But now it's here today.
That's the Ace Ventura monkey.
Yep.
Oh man.
And the outbreak jump.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I guess that's a popular one. Huh.
But the whole thing is, back then, the monkeypox outbreak was only between animal and animal. So like all these like instances with coronavirus, like I ever got my dog a coronavirus vaccine when I first got her back in 2020. But that's from animal to animal. When it starts to make these jumps from animal to human, that means there was some type of experiment, a bridge. All these labs, shit over there in Ukraine right now. All these labs on the border of Russia, like that's what all this beef is about. These bioweapons. This is the same shit. Like, you want to stop all these fucking pandemics? Stop. Like, turn the labs off, turn the lights off, walk away. That's how you stop this shit. Just got a plan. Even here, 2000. This is New York Times, 2003.
Damn, June 11th. That's coming up.
2003.
Damn, man, monkeypox. A warning.
And then you got motherfuckers like this in charge, dressed like this,
looking crazy. Wow.
The fuck, man?
Look like Power Rangers.
Right. What's his name?
Zordon. Yep. Straight Zordon, all black.
I can't get down with this.
That's crazy. Even the symbols that's on that damn podium.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit going on, and we gotta be privy to the. It's the same shit though. That's why I was asking, like, where are we in the fucking Illuminati timeline?
Yeah, I think we're like.
Are we in the like dead center, or is this the beginning of some new bullshit? Like, I can't be.
I can't even keep up. I feel like it's always something new. Because I don't think
I'm
they
about
know.
to start running through clips right now before we get up out of here. This New York Post. Panic NASA cancels spacewalks after the ISS astronaut's helmet fills with water. In space? Is space water, like always?
Wow, that's crazy.
Space water?
Interesting.
It filled with water?
This week.
Either that or they have water in their suits and they're converting it into oxygen. Sorry, I have to be the
smart
the
nigga.
guy.
I can see that too. The vapors.
I suppose.
Also, sorry, guys. Sorry.
On Mars, there's supposed to be a door. Did you see this junk, Simo?
See, so it's either a door or. No,
I was gonna have a whole bunch of pictures. You just gonna debunk them junks.
Let's go. All right. So this is on space. Let me see. And Mars.
Mars. And why is Mars always red from afar and not red up close?
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy.
Answer that.
Like brown.
Mr. Nigga.
Well, see what happens when they take the pictures. It's the X-ray.
You take the photons out.
The photons are transported into neutrons, and thus you have it. Thus you have it. A black and gray picture.
Remember they said the city of Cydonia was on that motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
And the whole like you gotta listen
So
to
what's
like
what is it? So what's the bottom picture? Is it like the
like
supposed to be
reimagine.
colorized? Okay.
Yeah, probably reimagine.
A whole
like
fucking door.
Fucking door in a mountain or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Okay.
But you know, say like a lot of planets don't have life on the surface. It's more inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they don't fuck that shit up. So now they got to go indoors.
They can't live on the surface. The conditions.
That center of the earth thing might be something then. Might be a test run that has already started or whatever, or started without us anyway. Because if I don't know which planet is older or whatever, maybe Mars or whatever, where civilization may be older, but them niggas may have
All
came
right, so
from
that
there and
brings up
came
a
here.
question. I was about to get up out of here, but this is a question, right? All right, so this is my shit. So you know how we got all these like stone megaliths, pyramids, Stonehenge,
shit that we can't lift by ourselves.
Chichen Itza, all this shit, shown in Peru and all that shit.
100,000 ton stones.
Yes, stone shit. All right, so this is shit that
Laser
can like
cut.
withstand time and all that shit, right? So like,
See.
who's to say like, time and time again, like human civilization built up on some like shit it is now, metal cars, Ford Focuses and shit like that, and then just got deteriorated because it don't withstand the standard of time. Like we done this shit time and time and time and time again, but like the only thing that stands now is this, the stone, the limestone, you know what I'm saying, all this shit like that. So like, who's to say that we ain't
Natural
done this,
shit?
Yeah, we ain't done this shit time and time and time again.
Yeah, there's a saying that there never was a time that man was not.
Right.
There you go. Okay.
There never was a time that man was not.
Right.
You got multiple
this,
times in the water. They pulling up pyramids and shit over there on the coast of Japan, and
but that's what I'm saying. But
yeah.
what is gonna persevere our legacy? Like nothing we're doing right now is gonna persevere our legacy.
Yeah, we don't have nothing. Yeah, I see what you're saying. We don't have nothing in stone like the
ancient
Egyptians
time.
and shit.
Yeah,
even like leave our mark.
Nothing. Yeah, we got nothing. Maybe radio waves and that's it. But maybe like us.
No, even the evolution of like tech and all that shit. Nothing.
I was gonna say tech. It might be,
but
it might be. Tech. It might just be us. It might be us. Cause what y'all talking about? We're merging ourselves with machinery and shit,
like
or whatever,
and shit like that.
Yeah, that too. But it might just be us. Did I send you the article about the Jeff Bezos shit or whatever?
Yeah.
He's trying to extend life or whatever and all that shit. And we got the 3D printing or whatever. You can print fucking organs.
Yeah, but I think
it might be us. It might be us. We might
like transfer consciousness. Like all the shit is some bullshit.
Yeah, that would probably be the next thing. That would probably be the next thing. Did you see that? What was the Apple movie? I think one of y'all told me to watch the Apple movie with the Shawar, whatever his name is. The black dude. Something. He did the gay movie. The Moonlight joint. The Moonlight joint.
You talking about what's some Ali?
Yeah,
Ali.
Yeah, that dude. He did a movie on Apple.
Yeah, I ain't watched that one.
You know what I'm talking
What's it called?
Yeah. The one
he did a joint on Apple, and he's dying from like cancer or some shit or whatever, and they're like in the future or whatever, and he can create a clone, and he doesn't want to tell his wife or whatever. He just wants to he doesn't want his wife to know that he's cancer or whatever. He's just gonna create his own clone and then he's just gonna die off or whatever.
And then transfer.
Yeah, and then transfer. And they've already transferred. Like, so it's not that they've transferred his consciousness; they've transferred his memories. They transferred his memories, so it's like it's him. So I don't. So that's another question. It's like, is consciousness your memories, or
No.
are those two different things?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Your consciousness is like your
thought.
It's like your presence. It's like your spirit almost.
Yeah.
I think.
What
so.
is it? Swan song. That's what it's called. Swan song.
Swan song. Okay.
Swan song. I don't know why it's called that, but it's called Swan song. Oh, yes, I do. I forgot. I think it's like in the opera or some shit. It's like your last. It's like your last thing you're gonna do or whatever. Last performance. Your last hoorah or some shit like that. I don't know if it was opera or something. I forgot. Whatever. But yeah. So he had like cancer or some shit, and he was dying, and they got this nigga is knocked the fuck out.
I was like,
and that's what happened. He's like, please, shut the fuck up. My bad, dog.
All right, but yeah, we go check that out. We gave y'all a lot of references from Swan Song to The Men Who Fell from Earth to Ozark to WandaVision to Stranger Things to Doctor Strange 2. Everything is not new under the sun, and also there was never a time where man was not. And that's what we're gonna leave y'all with. So until next time, everybody build off that and send us some recommendations, memes, videos, all that shit. Like, we welcome all that shit. But yeah, be easy, y'all.
Bye, man.
Bye.
Bye.